He hasn't done that tonight. I wonder if that's a change of plan. With it.
Oh, what a left hook. Well, he certainly wasn't cold, Jim. In fact, it looks like Carl Williams has been knocked cold in the first round.
When Mike Tyson stepped in the ring, round one was never a warm-up, it was the beginning of the end. On July 21st, 1989, Mike Tyson defended his heavyweight crown against challenger Carl "The Truth" Williams. Williams recalled their amateur meeting, boasting he busted Tyson up back then, believing past experience gave him confidence entering this professional showdown.
He jumped on me that particular day, gave me a bloody nose and everything. You know, I was a little, it shook me up because I was a professional with 7, 8 fights. And I was saying to myself, oh my God, I gotta let this amateur come in the gym and do this to me. So I got very angry that night. I went home and thought about it. And the very next day, I came in the gym with a different attitude towards him. I went into the ring and I busted him up.
Tyson dismissed that claim, saying Williams never beat him even at 14, insisting now with experience there was no chance Williams could win.
Well, he sparred me when I was 14, 15 years old, and he couldn't kill me then. And now I'm 5 times, 10 times the fighter now.
Frank Bruno respected Williams' strength, but declared Tyson unbeatable, convinced the champion's ferocity and power would overwhelm any challenger regardless of physical attributes.
It's such a difficult thing because Williams is a boxer, you know, he isn't a power man, but he can outfox him and tie him. I don't think he can outfox Tyson. I don't think he's got the style to beat Tyson, but it's so difficult to say Williams to beat him, you know. We've got to wait and see, Dickie.
Jim Watt suggested Williams' past ring time with Tyson might help, believing familiarity with Tyson's tricks could alter the fight's outcome.
What we're going to see tonight, do you think?
No, I don't think what happened in that sparring session really means anything. But what could have some bearing? Tyson tends to dominate and intimidate most of his opponents, so maybe the fact that Williams has already shared the ring with him several times, maybe he can draw some experience and some confidence from that. It's not a new experience, although it'll be a different experience tonight, maybe, but the actual spar itself doesn't really mean anything.
The opening round saw Williams moving sharply, circling, throwing punches, trying to establish rhythm, but Tyson's pressure immediately began closing the distance.
I remember that they boxed 2 or 3 times in the gymnasium when Tyson was coming up. But as Jim Watt and Frank Bruno.
Williams launched hard punches, but Tyson's head movement and speed allowed him to dodge, slipping past attacks and preparing his devastating counters.
Oh, standing there. He wants to trade with him, Williams. I'm not sure that's good business.
As exchanges intensified, Tyson unleashed brutal combinations, overpowering Williams, who crumbled under the assault, knocked out decisively in the very first round.
The ring soaking in sweat. He hasn't done that tonight. I wonder if that's a change of plan with it.
Oh, what a left hook. Well, he certainly wasn't cold, Jim.
Post-fight, Tyson confidently explained he expected such a result, reaffirming his dominance, proving Williams' claims meaningless against his destructive heavyweight supremacy.
I'm the best man on the planet that you will start to fight abroad.
Well, eventually we'll do that, you know what I mean? But like you said, I'm not in a hurry to leave my country, you know what I mean? I love my country. I'm not in a hurry to leave anywhere. But you know what I mean? If things are right, I'll fight anyone.
Mike Tyson returned from prison to face Hurricane Peter McNeely on August 19th, 1995. He was a challenger brimming with wild confidence and bold taunts.
If any one of you that doesn't respect me or what I'm doing or what I've been doing for the last 3 months since it was been announced, and going against a guy like this, you'd have a big dump in your pants.
McNeely promised to shock the world, vowing destruction for Tyson, claiming his grandfather's spirit fueled him, and fans admired his fearless, reckless confidence before the opening bell.
This is for my grandfathers, my grandmothers, my father, my mother, Curly, my 3 brothers, last but not least, Snubby.
Mr. McNeely, what was it that you have told your son?
And last but not least, Medfield.
When the fight began, McNeely charged forward aggressively, throwing wild punches, but Tyson's precision and power immediately overwhelmed him, turning the storm into chaos within seconds.
Oh, Tyson with a left hook right up and down goes McNeely again. McNeely's hurt this time, Steve.
Barely 90 seconds into round 1, McNeely's manager leapt into the ring, stopping the fight, saving his fighter from Tyson's merciless assault and inevitable destruction. Afterward, McNeely admitted his bravado collapsed against Tyson's real power, confessing he learned painfully what it meant to share the ring with a living legend.
He told me how to fight. We marched. We had to get to Mike Tyson. People don't really understand this. To get to Mike Tyson, we had 37 fights in 44 months.
On June 24, 2000 in Glasgow, Scotland, Mike Tyson stepped into the ring against Lou Savarese, a longtime friend outside boxing, but now an opponent inside the hurt business.
Yeah, he's my best friend for around 25 years, and it's just, I'm a professional, and he would have wanted me to fight. You know, he's a big advocate of me fighting, a big fan of mine, besides a big friend of mine, and I'm just happy to be here.
And he was very clear and concise about his intentions for tonight's fight.
I enjoy doing what I do. I enjoy hurting people. That's what I do for a living. That's what all you guys come to watch me hurt people. That's what I like to do. I'm in the hurt business. I really like it a lot.
Tyson made it clear before the fight that friendship meant nothing in competition, declaring boxing was the hurt business. His job was to inflict pain, and he enjoyed doing it.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Lou Savarese. 241 1/4 U.S. pounds, 241 1/4.
At the weigh-in, Tyson carried an intimidating aura, his piercing stare and cold demeanor signaling absolute focus, while Savarese tried to remain composed, knowing the storm he was about to face.
15 stone, 12 pounds, 15 stone, 12 pounds, or 222 U.S. pounds.
Tyson entered fight night brimming with confidence, his body language radiating menace, his words sharp, and his presence overwhelming, leaving no doubt that he intended to finish the contest quickly.
He weighed in at 17 stone, 3 1/4 pounds, or 241 1/4 U.S. pounds. His record stands at 39 wins, 3 losses, with 32 big wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, he is currently ranked the number 17 heavyweight contender by the WBC. Here is the former USBA heavyweight champion, introducing Lou Savarese.
As round 1 began, Tyson unleashed his first explosive punch, barely grazing Savarese, yet the sheer force sent him crashing to the canvas, stunned by the ferocity of the opening blow.
See, of course, in the sky blue trunks, he has the size to cause... Oh, there is the first one. He hasn't.
Savarese rose bravely to continue, but Tyson immediately swarmed him with brutal body shots, pounding relentlessly, each strike echoing through the arena, leaving his opponent gasping under the relentless assault.
Big trouble. It's all over shortly. Next punch.
That was quicker than he put Julius Francis down.
Yeah. Oh, he's got him. Oh, he's got it.
It's all over. It's all over.
Again.
He's stopping it.
He's finished it.
The fight grew chaotic as the referee tried to intervene, but Tyson ignored the attempt, continuing to throw punches with savage intensity, determined to finish the job without hesitation or mercy.
And the referee's trying to stop the fight. Yeah. Tyson's still
He's knocked the referee down.
He's knocked the referee down. He's still trying to throw punches.
Can't believe this. This is mayhem.
In just 38 seconds of the first round, Tyson's ferocity forced the referee to stop the fight, awarding him victory, though Savarese protested angrily, unsatisfied with the abrupt stoppage.
It's all over. It's all over. It's all over. So John Coyle ushers poor old Lou Savarese in the corner. The fight is over.
The crowd do not like that. They've come to see what Tyson wants to fight on.
And on October 25th, 1985, Mike Tyson faced Mark Young, a taller opponent with a reach advantage, but Tyson's speed and ferocity would prove decisive in the opening round.
The fighters getting their instructions. There again you see the records. Mike Tyson from nearby Catskill undefeated. This is a scheduled 10-rounder, Ray Mancini, and for Mike Tyson, he's never seen anything near the 10th round.
I'll tell you, Mike Tyson has come to fight tonight. That's the first time I've seen a main event fighter come in the ring with no robe on. He says, I'm ready to go.
Mark Young entered the bout brimming with confidence, believing his longer reach would keep Tyson at bay, convinced that his physical tools gave him the edge against the rising heavyweight destroyer.
Miss a Mike Tyson fight.
He's a young, strong guy. He jumps right on his opponents. And
As the fight began, Young moved quickly around the ring, circling with urgency, trying to trap Tyson in angles, hoping to frustrate him and neutralize his explosive forward pressure. But Tyson's speed was unmatched, his footwork sharper, his head movement relentless, closing the distance with ease, proving that Young's reach advantage meant nothing against his blistering pace and aggression.
Because this guy's been a little wild, he's gonna get caught with something.
Mark Young out of Charlotte, North Carolina, comes out swinging.
That jab pushed him back.
Within seconds, Tyson's punches crashed through Young's defenses, each blow carrying devastating force, and Young crumbled to the canvas, knocked out in the very first round after barely 50 seconds.
A low right from Young. And down goes Mark Young.
After the fight, Tyson calmly explained he expected this outcome, saying he never planned to fight into the late rounds, confident his power would always end contests early and brutally.
You win it at 50 seconds of the first round. You've not gotten past the second round in any of your fights, have you?
Well, yes, I went 4 rounds in one fight here in Albany also. But I have no doubt in my mind that I could go 10 or 15 rounds. I have no worry. I'm never worried.
Well, that's good. You train hard. Your future. Everyone around, at least the United States, talking about you is certainly a potential heavyweight champ. You've got 15 fights in now. Are you concerned that you haven't had a long fight, a tough challenger?
No, I'm not. Everyone thought this guy came to fight. He wasn't intimidated of my reputation or my name or if I can knock out somebody. He came to fight and came to make a name for himself. And those are the people that you have to watch out for because they're dangerous and they're desperate.
Mike Tyson faced Rick Spain on June 20th, 1985 in Albany, New York. He was a taller opponent with a clear height advantage, but little answer to Tyson's ferocity. Rick Spain entered the ring towering over Tyson, his height advantage obvious. But Tyson's aura and menace made the difference before the first punch was thrown.
Gentlemen, you fight in the state of New Jersey. There's a 3 knockdown rule at my discretion. There's a mandatory 8 count. There's a standing 8 count. When I tell you to break, I want you to protect yourself and step back at all times. The bell only saves you in the last round. Any questions?
Yes, sir.
Shake hands, come out boxing. Good luck, gentlemen.
As the opening round began, Tyson charged forward aggressively, pinning Spain against the ropes, unleashing a barrage of punches that immediately shook the taller challenger's confidence.
Mike Tyson, 3 fights, 3 wins, 2 inside a round. And the last one, with Don helping, went over 4 rounds.
Spain struggled to withstand Tyson's explosive combinations, his defense crumbling under the relentless assault, and he fell to the canvas in the very first round.
And Tyson, we've already seen in his brief pro career, hits like a steam hammer. As Ricardo Spain has already found out, boy, that was quick. Boy, that was fast. Boy, that was hard.
Though Spain insisted he could continue, the referee allowed him back, but Tyson's fury resumed, knocking him down again, ending the fight in just 38 seconds.
The ref takes a very clean look at the eyes. The eyes are the giveaway. Oh, the legs have gone. This is all over. Yes, it is. I don't believe it.
And in the next fight, Henry Tillman entered confidently, recalling amateur victories over Tyson and Olympic gold, believing he could once again challenge Tyson's dominance.
But Henry did break away, and after only 2 years of amateur experience, made the 1984 Olympic team, proving all the skeptics wrong. He twice defeated a teenager named Mike Tyson. They first met in the Olympic trial.
This was Henry's chance to prove himself against a prime Tyson, far more experienced and dangerous than the young fighter Tillman once defeated years earlier.
6 years ago, fresh out of the Youth Authority, Henry Tillman's future as an amateur fighter went through Mike Tyson. He was successful twice and earned the greatest reward imaginable. Tonight, after a long layoff and a resurrected career, Henry Tillman's path to greatness once again leads through Mike Tyson, now the former heavyweight champion. For Henry Tillman to score a hat trick, he'll need to step out of the shadows of anonymity, just like he did in 1984.
As the fight began, Tyson threw punches immediately. Tillman clinched and grabbed, forcing the referee to step in quickly and separate the two heavyweights. Tyson unleashed a furious non-stop flurry, his relentless pressure overwhelming Tillman, each punch carrying destructive intent, leaving no room for escape or recovery.
Right to the face of Tillman. He grabs and holds on. That one was a bit of a glancing blow.
One crushing right hook from Tyson landed clean, sending Tillman crashing down violently, ending the exchange decisively in the very first round.
He should be doing a lot more movement than he is now. He's allowing Mike Tyson to trap him in the corner.
That'll be enough.
Surprise!
In the post-fight interview, Tillman admitted he didn't deliver his best performance, acknowledging Tyson's dominance and the brutal reality of facing him.
I was able to touch him with a good right hand, so I said, well, maybe I got something here. And as you've seen, I didn't. He hit me with a great overhand right, which caught me high on the temple. But Mike, he's back. He's a great fighter, and these type of fights and challenges I like is to come up against other great fighters. And congratulations, Mike, he's back.
On December 8th, 1990, Mike Tyson faced Alex Stewart. Before the fight, Tyson warned him that he wouldn't laugh but make him suffer, signaling the ferocity and intensity he planned to unleash.
I'm ready. It's not gonna last. He's gonna suffer very much.
You look real focused, are you?
I'm ready.
I thought Mike Tyson looked sensational. I never saw his body look that cut up.
Stewart entered with expectations high, analysts believing Tyson's vulnerability after Douglas could be exposed. But Tyson's eyes burned with vengeance, determined to silence doubts in brutal fashion.
Opponent, or perhaps a legitimate victim. Alex Stewart's mission is to try to exploit that new sense of vulnerability that people see in Tyson. That's what makes a fight.
Standing 6'3", Stewart's frame looked imposing, yet Tyson's relentless aggression tore through him, dropping the challenger in the first round. His comeback strategy executed with merciless precision.
That he knows he needs to keep throwing punches to try to keep Tyson occupied. If he stops throwing, he'll be dead. Tyson lands a right and another.
The man who once endured 8 rounds against Holyfield collapsed twice in the opening round, unable to withstand Tyson's speed, power, and violent combinations.
For the kill.
A good right hand that hurt Stewart again, but Stewart is still upright.
That was a flush right hand.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's up just at the count of 9, Jim.
By the third knockdown, Stewart's resistance shattered completely, and the referee waved it off. Tyson was victorious in 1 round with his destruction absolute and undeniable.
For the kill.
A good right hand that hurt Stewart again, but Stewart is still upright.
That was a flush right hand.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's up just at the count of 9. Stewart must land something or else it's just a question of a few seconds.
That'll do it.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
They're forgetting that the 3 knockdown rule is in effect. This fight is over.
Afterward, Tyson declared unwavering faith in his abilities, insisting he knew from the start he would dominate, his confidence restored through savage execution.
Well, I knew he was a dangerous fighter once he got warmed up. And my objective, I was in great shape. He was to go in there and put the pressure on him for 10 rounds. I knew I had to break him eventually.
On July 26, 1986, Marvis Frazier entered with high expectations, guided by his legendary father's training.
His own son, Marvis, who works alongside other members of the Frazier clan. Marvis has developed into a solid 210-pound professional fighter, adding 20 pounds onto the body which first came to public attention in 1979, when he became the junior world amateur heavyweight champion by stopping an Austrian fighter named Olaf Meyer.
Tyson stayed disciplined, avoiding distractions, keeping his mind locked on training and the destruction ahead.
Keeps my mind occupied on my business, and I'm not off my job much. I'm not out in the street, I'm not running around, not hanging out with the guys as much and the girls. So my mind is preoccupied on my work, and it keeps me as sharp as possible. As many times as I fight, I become more immune to walking and being announced in front of a great deal of audience and everything. And as of now, it's becoming, like I say, an easy job. It's like every day I'm used to coming in front of 10,000 people.
Marvis vowed to honor his father's guidance, determined to give his best effort in the ring.
When you have a father training you, there's that tense emotion that you're always trying to do the best for your father. But then on the other hand, you always have that encouragement to keep you going when times seem kind of hard for you.
Joe keeps a watchful eye on his son, as his father did for him back in Beaufort, South Carolina. It's a special responsibility.
That's a broad word, man. What you said, father. It's like, you know, there's a lot of daddies in the world today.
With a 6-inch reach advantage, many believed Marvis could alter the fight's dynamics against Tyson.
I don't see that as a problem.
All right, very quickly, let's look at the tail of the tape. You will see that Frazier has a reach advantage of about 6 inches, which will probably be nullified if he comes forward toward Tyson, as we expect him to do.
Tyson opened with vicious uppercuts, and within 30 seconds, Marvis collapsed under the champion's devastating punches.
Supplemental 4-point scoring system if the rounds wind up even, and the 3 knockdown rule is in effect. Tyson comes out.
As the fight began, Tyson immediately unleashed vicious uppercuts, and within 30 seconds, Marvis collapsed, overwhelmed by the champion's devastating punches and ruthless power.
Uppercut, and Marvis is hurt.
Frazier is down. Joe Cortez moves in to have a look, and he's going to stop the fight.
Afterward, Tyson admitted he was confident from the start, fully aware he would stop Marvis in the opening round without hesitation.
My trainer, Kevin Rooney, who I owe a great deal to, and I came out and I was confident. I knew the fight. I felt it deep in my heart I was going to stop him in the first round.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned until next time.